York's Attorney General opened an investigation of the fantasy sports industry. Employees at two major companies are accused of gambling with inside information that millions of customers did not have. Here's Don Daler.
In fantasy sports leagues, participants pick athletes to create their own teams.
A belt to deep left field.
They're rewarded based upon how those athletes perform. Elizabeth Vagianos has been playing on FanDuel for a year. She's won $45, but now this Boston resident is crying foul.
Anytime the playing field isn't level, it does make you think, like, what's really going on here?
Up until this week, it was common practice for employees of the two biggest fantasy sports companies, Draftkings and Fanduel, to play in the other's fantasy league. The concern is that fantasy league employees knew which athletes were being picked before that information was made public. They could then create a fantasy team of less popular picks who, if they performed well in a real game, would pay off big. A FanDuel spokesperson confirmed to CBS News that DraftKings employees have racked up millions in winnings. Ted Clark teaches ethics and entrepreneurship at Northeastern University.
It's information arbitrage. They have information the other group doesn't, and they use it to their advantage.
The controversy is a black eye for the rapidly growing industry that's expected to generate $3.7 billion in entry fees this year and over $17 billion within 5 years. Daily fantasy leagues have financial relationships with Major League Baseball, NBC, Comcast, Fox Sports, and CBS. Prominent NFL owners Robert Kraft of the Patriots and Jerry Jones of the Cowboys are investors. There's even a DraftKings fantasy lounge in both of their stadiums. Both fantasy league companies say they've stopped allowing their employees to play. DraftKings CEO Jason Robbins played defense on ESPN's Outside the Lines.
I think this was a real eye-opening experience for us. In retrospect, it seems obvious that would cause people some concern.
DraftKings is based here in Boston. There are members of Congress who want to look at whether fantasy sports leagues constitute gambling or whether simply they're games of skill. Scott, the difference is gambling is regulated, and so far, fantasy sports leagues are not.